So why is Microsoft here, and what do we bring to the table, not just for ThetaRay as our valued partner, but also to customers? And I'd like to give you a flavor of what Microsoft is doing in the world of OpenAI, which is obviously a big thing in the technology world today and the business world today, actually. Just by introduction, my name is Servaas Venter. I run the financial services team for Microsoft South Africa. We're quite a big team. It's a very significant business for Microsoft. However, the topic we are touching on today actually is beyond just banking or just beyond, it's affecting every industry. And that's very visible to us as Microsoft and in my team within the company. So, and specific for banking actually, the drivers, the economic drivers for this change and this impact that the technology is making that we're seeing is really what's happening to the banks out there, their customers out there, and the way that other industries are entering the banking world. We did mention, retailers participating, telcos participating in payments, etc. So that's evolving rapidly, and the banks have to respond to that actual pressure on them, and that is a significant use case of what you're going to see shortly. And as much as we're using technology for good, technology is also used for bad. And if we don't respond, my challenge is to our customers out there, if we don't respond equally or more than the bad actors out there, you're obviously going to regress in terms of your posture from a fraud or financial crime perspective. Love this slide. I don't know if you've seen it, but what you're looking at there is the time it's taken to achieve 100 million users. And right at the bottom is ChatGPT. 100 million users in 2 months. It's 4 times quicker than, what's this other new thing they're talking, TokTik or TikTok? So I'm shaving my head now, but I'm actually grey, so I'm not in that kind of stuff. But this is phenomenal. And I haven't seen a recent stat on this, but it's actually just running away completely. And you're going to see, even, I'm sure most of us are using Microsoft technology around this, in this room. You're going to see how this is actually hitting us now with every piece of technology that you touch from a Microsoft point of view. However, it's not new. I mean, it started when transistors came into being, or even vacuum tubes in those days. So artificial intelligence has always been there to try and augment or provide value to a human being. It evolved over time and obviously ended up where we are now with generative AI. And maybe just from a tech perspective, if you're not familiar with it, but this generative AI really came about because of the advent of GPUs. And GPUs came around with the advent of gaming. So it's just almost by luck that we're at the point in time that the world of silicon can provide us enough GPU capability in the market that we can create this kind of capability to be able to be consumed from a business point of view. And you see Microsoft announced their results yesterday, but every single dollar we have right now, we're investing to buy GPU capacity. That's how serious we're looking at this. So a little bit more about the relationship between OpenAI and Microsoft. And the one thing that drew OpenAI to Microsoft from inception is the fact that both our mission statements are so aligned. And it's by chance, So OpenAI created their own mission statement, we have our own. But essentially, we exist to enable people to do better and to do more, whether you're a company or whether you're an individual. And OpenAI is trying to do better for humanity by using AI. And you'll see a bit more how it manifests itself in reality. But the main thing that drew OpenAI to Microsoft is our decades worth of investment in responsible and ethical AI. And that's really because when they grew their capability, they said, hang on, this thing can run away easily. And why don't you partner with somebody that's really got a very well-established track record in ethical AI? You'll hear, and you're going to see now, a term, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, it's called Copilot. So Microsoft announced Copilot. We intentionally didn't announce Autopilot because we fundamentally believe that the technology is there to augment a human being. And just anecdotally, we're very fortunate in Microsoft. We're using that tech ourselves already. It's coming to market very soon. But I can tell you, just my observation, in my team, I've got 12 people reporting to me, but the ones that use the AI really, really excel. And the ones that don't get dragged down in mundane tasks, and they tend to spin around a bit more. So we want to amplify human beings. We want your business to take advantage of that opportunity, and we also want to do it responsibly. So that's really the Microsoft approach to what's happening in the market. Great insights again from the presentation I just saw, because yes, the machine learning and these kind of solutions are great, but the use cases for AI is beyond that. And it's really for us, if you think back about the economic drivers, don't know where the laser is, but anyway, if you look at the top 2 lines at the bottom there, those are really how do you retain customers, how do you grow new markets, cross-sell, upsell. AI is really unlocking that for you as a bank, if that's your business or insurance. How many of you, I'm a very loyal customer of my insurance company, very loyal, I've been there with him forever. I still get called, I'm insuring everything with him, and they're trying to recruit me on almost a monthly basis as a new customer. So that's the kind of impact, to the point I'm going to get upset with him, and then maybe move away. And then the bottom line is how to use this kind of technology to cut costs out of your business. So this kind of new technology, new use cases, really can help you grow your top line and help you take cost out of your business as well. And for totality, OpenAI and the ChatGPT stuff, that's all on the right-hand side. And coming back to the picture of, or the question around who's using ChatGPT and how are you using it, there's 2 South African instances already in our banks where bank employees have taken customer and company data and put it into ChatGPT. And please, don't do that, because once it's there, it's training that model and you can't untrain it. It's there forever. So that's really bad. Azure OpenAI is putting that ChatGPT capability inside of Azure in a protected environment. So your data is your data, it can't go outside. Copilot. So this is the exciting thing, and I hope you're going to like it. I've put in a few videos. Not one of them is longer than 50 seconds, but you're going to see some of it in action. But this is really where Microsoft's going, and coming back to how quick this is happening. This picture didn't exist 2 months ago. It's here today, and it's just evolving and evolving and evolving and very quickly evolving. Every single technology you use from Microsoft, probably from 6-7 months from now, will be able to provide Copilot capability. And I'll give you some, just coming back to the ethical piece. Bing, which is our search engine, the difference between the Microsoft approach to ChatGPT and the open one, you can ask Bing to create a picture of our president being arrested, for example. It will return saying that didn't happen. So it can't do it. Whereby the open source versions of these kind of technologies will think about it and create something. Grab a picture and create that for you. It was mentioned before as well, AI is really dependent on your data. And the visualization you're seeing here is on the left-hand side, whether it's your application or whether it's a Copilot agent, it will go into your data sets. And you're going to see that in one of the videos now as well. So you, from a compliance perspective, can control what this technology can do within your organization. And you can control it easily with the Microsoft technology stack. It will also be able to connect to third-party data sources as well. But again, from a Microsoft perspective, as long as that's inside of your firewall, as long as you've ingested that properly, there's no issues from a security perspective. So the hype is all around OpenAI. This is almost following it very silently, but I would encourage you, if you're in the data world, if that's something that's important to you, Bing it. Don't you Google it, please. Bing it. But you'll see Microsoft Fabric. So this, to me, I've been in the technology world 30 years plus. This is really the exciting piece for me, because what we announced here is what VMware, if you know the technology, what VMware announced for the server architecture, so where they abstracted everything and allowed that server infrastructure to utilize a pool set of resources. We're doing that from a data perspective here. So we announced this quite recently in April. It's called Microsoft Fabric, and that will basically unify your entire data architecture, put that in a single what we call one lake, and allow you to seamlessly apply your AI technologies, your analytical capability on top of that. So it's really, really, in my mind, even more impactful than the OpenAI itself. Shani, I think that's it from my side. Just want to thank you for your time. This is really cool. Thank you.